Newcastle United's sizable lead at the top of the Premier League was wiped out nearly 25 years ago. Now, the Magpies are clinging onto a 3-point cushion at the other end of the table following a 3-1 defeat against Manchester United. Steve Bruce will undoubtedly take encouragement from how his side played in the opening 50 minutes, but, with just 13 games left of the season, it has got to the stage now where Newcastle simply have to pick up points. Manchester United were not at their best yet. Worryingly, the Red Devils still managed to put 3 goals past Newcastle's leaky backline, while the Magpies again lacked a cutting edge up front without Callum Wilson. That is a dangerous combination, and the reality is that only West Brom and Sheffield United, who are both doomed, have lost more league games than Newcastle this season. This is what infuriated supporters when Jermaine Jenas, who should know better, condescendingly said fans would still have a problem if the stats will tell them they are a Premier League team. Why should Newcastle fans be happy with 17th place? Video loading video unavailable. Click to play. Have to play. The video will autoplay soon. 8 cancel play now. The pressure is mounting and, for the first time, Newcastle are facing the very real possibility of dropping into the bottom 3 after seeing a 10-point lead reduced to just 3 points in the space of 2 weeks. If the Magpies lose against Wolves on Saturday and Fulham beat Crystal Palace 24 hours later, Bruce's side will fall to 8. Bruce has kept Newcastle out of the relegation zone. The club's hierarchy have gambled on him continuing to do just that, but the Black and Whites are now facing the real possibility of dropping into the bottom 3 if they are. On the flip side, if Newcastle were to beat Wolves, Bruce then has a run of games against West Brom, Aston Villa and Brighton to potentially pull his side away from danger, while Fulham have some tough fixtures. Perhaps, it would be a surprise if the Newcastle head coach did not make some key changes. Dubravka and Federico Fernandez will both be pushing for a start, after some sloppy defending at the back against Manchester. Listen to our match review podcast and find out about the player who looks like he doesn't want to be at NUFC. There have been some strange results during the pandemic, but Newcastle have not defeated one of the big hitters on the road since Bruce's 3rd game in charge, against Spurs, way back in August 29. Bruce took comfort from Newcastle's second-half display against Chelsea on Monday night, but the Magpies made a strangely passive start to the game and the match was as good as over at half. Newcastle had to offer so much more against Manchester United. Going into this game, the Black and Whites had won one of their last 37 games at Old Trafford, and Bruce had taken just a point from 11 Premier League visits to his old stomping ground. Jamal Lascelles believed it was time Newcastle took points off one of the big boys, and the skipper urged his side to be up against Manchester United and in their faces the Red Devils prepared to play their 3rd game in the week. Bruce knew if Newcastle just sat there all day and all night, Manchester United would pick his side off, and there were vulnerabilities for Newcastle to get at. Even without star striker Callum Wilson, Sheffield United went there 3 weeks ago and won 2-1, so you can never say never, he told reporters on Zoom ahead of the game. The beauty for me about the Premier League is there's never a given. Yes, we're going to have to play well, and, yes, we're going to have to defend well, but it's the Premier League. We've always got a chance. Newcastle had previously lost all 3 league games without scoring in the absence of Wilson, who had been directly involved in 60% of the Magpies' 25 league goals ahead of this match. It fell to Joe Linton to take up the mantle as Bruce made just one change to his side and handed the Brazilian his first start in more than a month. A poor start proved costly against Chelsea last time out. The game was over at halftime, but Newcastle played with real intent from the off at Old Trafford on Sunday night. The Magpies pressed high and unnerved Manchester United's shaky backline in the opening stages as David De Gea failed to deal with John Joe Shelby's cross, and the ball fell to Joe Linton, who forced the Red Devils goalkeeper into a feint. That passage of play shook Manchester United, and, on 10 minutes, De Gea bizarrely passed the ball straight to Joe Linton from his own goal kick. Manchester United may have been dominating possession -72% at one point, but it was Newcastle who looked like the brighter of the two sides, and the lively Miguel Almiron was giving the visitors an outlet. However, the host's decision to go a little more direct paid dividends on the half. Chelsea targeted Newcastle's right-hand side 6 days previously, and Manchester United did likewise on Marcus Rashford nutmegged Emil Kraft, then raced past the Swede before the Manchester United forward calmly cut onto his right foot and fired the ball past Carl Darlow, who knew he should have done better at his near post. Newcastle, to their credit, responded just 6 minutes later. Newcastle repeatedly targeted Manchester United's backline by playing corners short and then swinging the ball back into the box, and that tactic paid off for the Magpies. John Joe Shelby went short to Miguel Almiron, who slipped the ball to Joe Willock, and the midfielder's looping delivery caused Harry Maguire problems. The Manchester United captain could only head the ball into Alan Saint-Maximin's path, and the Frenchman took advantage by volleying the ball past. Newcastle went into halftime the happier of the two sides, and while Manchester United and Whites have picked up from where they left off, winning free kicks in dangerous positions and causing one or two nervy moments with looping balls into the box, but it was Manchester United who retook the lead on 50. Sign up to our Newcastle United newsletter for updates. Recent fallout over the long-running takeover saga at Newcastle United hasn't just been the talk of Tyneside, it was the talk of the foot. Now, Steve Bruce must recollect his team and push forward without the change of ownership and new. However, the twists and turns aren't over, with current owner Mike Ashley considering all options after the Premier League rejected the £300 million takeover. By signing up to our twice-daily newsletter, you'll get all the latest news on all things black and white, straight to. We'll also send out special newsletters with any breaking transfers news, to keep you right in the loop with everything Newcastle United. How do you sign up? It's really easy and only takes a few seconds. Just click on this link to our newsletter sign-up form and select NUFC. All you have to do is enter your email address and you're all done. You won't miss a single thing. Nemanja Matic's ball across the box, somehow, reached the unmarked Daniel James and the winger had far too much space to pick his spot and fire the Red Devils back in front. Once Sol Scott's side were back in front, they started to dominate and Darlow made an important stop to keep out Anthony Martial's driven effort on the hour. Ryan Fraser came on for Jonah Linton, who was struggling with a groin issue, and the Scotland international's speculative effort was the visitors' only real attempt of note in this. Manchester United were in control and the influential Rashford won a penalty for his side in the 74th minute after the forward was upended by Joe Willock inside the box. Bruno Fernandez stepped up and, unlike the reverse fixture in October, Manchester United's talisman made no mistake from